this is how you can use the crystals in the window, whether it's the west, east or southeast, southwest. You have this amazing fraction of beautiful rainbows right across your room, and it creates this rainbow effect that is so uplifting and energizing when you enter your home after a hard day's work and the sun's coming through the window. Without you actually doing anything, your home has been energized purely by a crystal hanging in the window. Now we're looking at mirrors and how they can reflect double the amount of energy you want to bring into your home. So if they're duplicating, in this case, flowers or a scene on the wall, be aware they have a double impact. We can see beautiful orange flowers here on a red table. This is the relationship area of this person's house, and it has two little frogs. So, you know, some of it can be very obvious and other times it can be quite subtle. Wind chimes, they don't necessarily have to make a sound, but they're very good to use because sound has a vibration all of its own. And then further up we have a little crystal, and this is amazing, this crystal, because when the sun shines through later on in the day, it will refract beautiful rainbow colours all around the room, so waking up the room if it's been empty all day. And then we move on to this amazing picture. Once again, it's depicting quite a fantasy world, and this is the occupant's wall of the future, and maybe they just want to have some fun and some adventure in their lives in the future. So all the pictures are symbolic of the meanings of what you want to bring into your life, so be aware of that. They've got lights on a globe, which is about lighting up the world and going with the world into business, because this is your business area. And that's why we have the phone there, that's why we have the red envelope, because we want to bring in finances as a result of our business. And once again, we've got the good luck bamboo, and behind this amazing sound curtain we have the 6 coins for the West, gold and silver, and that's to just protect the West this year for the occupant and ensure that their wealth is secure. We're coming down to the plant. Plants are very, very important in Feng Shui, and we can see that part of the leaves here, they have a little bit of aging on them. You might want to just kind of then cut that back, but make sure your plant is not dying, and this one is certainly thriving. So we've got the element of wood here at the plant. We've got the element of fire. When we look at the candles, there's a couple of candles here, they're not used but they're symbolic. And the red envelope with the money in is about dynamism and bringing the business in that you want. And then we've got this amazing picture which commands the whole room, and it's telling us that this is the tree of life, and it's actually called the tree of treats. So when we look up at this, we reflect back to us messages of there are bountiful supply of treats and abundance in the world. So can you see how images like this in and around your environment are very important, because it's almost serving as a mantra. And then we move on to the importance of lighting. So ensuring you've got lighting in all the different corners of the room, either via burners or by electric light or candles. Remembering that aroma also has its own kind of vibration, so be aware of what kind of aroma you bring into your own home. So there we have it, folks, this amazing room full of colour, creativity, dynamism, and to be enjoyed. Fully feng shuied. Feng shui in your kitchen is very important, and often if it's the first room in your own home when you enter the front door, it often is indicative that you will wine and dine people throughout the time you stay there. And aromas are very important in the kitchen as well. The right kind of aromas. So clove and mandarin, cinnamons, lemons, creating a atmospheric feeling. And then a bowl of fresh fruit is always indicative of nutrition, fertility. We've got the 5 elements coming up in the colours: yellow for earth, red for fire, green for wood, and so on. And you can also bring colour into a neutralised room with flowers, and we've got more fruit there as well. Now these colours are very warm coloured. They're the oranges and the yellows and the glowing colours. And this is the colour associated with the stomach chakra. And it's to do with making sure that you eat well, but also that you are relaxed in your stomach. And it's to do with self-esteem, and often our nutrition and how that makes us feel is often tied to our value system and how we feel about ourselves. Remember the importance of mirrors, that whatever is duplicated in the mirror is giving you a double message. So for example, people would use mirrors over dining tables in this way to duplicate the amount of food on the table, and in that way you would be very wealthy. That was the original reason for duplicating images. So that's important. Here we're actually duplicating water and also part of the flowers, and duplicating colours can only mean more and more of good self-esteem. Once again, bringing colours into the decor is very important. Purple, very good for spiritual sustenance. And in a very white room, we've got a whole array of colours here. And colours connect with people on all different levels, especially the chakra areas. Now, some people don't like to decorate their fridges, but in this case, we've got messages coming across, all to do with luck, preparation meets opportunity. We've got a message here: dream big, don't give up, be grateful. And you may think, well, I don't really notice them, but these messages are very subliminal, and these are the kind of messages that you want going in, other than other TV messages or news items. So what I'm trying to say is, ensure that you have messages embedded into all of your environments so that you're constantly being reminded of the very thing that you want to attract into your life. I guess that's why people do. Teenagers put posters up, or they used to attract, or I suppose adore, the kind of qualities of their idol. So it's important to create colour with the food, and also with any of the accessories, making sure that water, which is the sink, is separated from the cooking area, because fire and water create steam, and we don't always want that. So just be aware of plants as well, that we want the plants to be healthy. We don't want to be looking at dying energy, so that's very important as well. Think about what you have in your bedroom, the colouring, the atmosphere. What is it you want to create? And in this particular room, we have an amazing feature on the wall. It's fun, it tells a story. It also has some fun aspects to it above, some glass chimes that don't actually make a sound, but they are fun to have around, especially perhaps in a child's bedroom. Looking at the mirror is reflecting what's opposite it. We've got the use of colour, we've got the use of, once again, chimes and glass hanging aspects to the room. We've got a feature of the lamp, which creates an instant atmosphere, or the use of a candle. So all of this is creating an ambience and a kind of balance. We've got the use of colours through the duvets and the throws and the paintings, all so that we don't feel like it's in a prison. It's all too white. And once again, we come back to the 5 elements, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue, white, yellow. No green or wood element in this particular room. You wouldn't necessarily have a wood plant in this room because the plants actually take away the oxygen. So you don't want to be competing with that whilst you're sleeping and relaxing. So once again, use the attributes of any room, whether it's the light, whether it's the window, whether it's the design of the room, and put on the walls what it is that you want to be subliminally affecting yourself with, what messages. And as we know, there's lots of rhymes to the Alice in Wonderland motif, lots of messages. I won't go into them now, but you know, remember that the power of aroma is important as well. So oils of sandalwood, lavender, little bit of geranium perhaps, rosewood, gentle aromas that allow you to fall asleep.